Haha, people, what's going on? BPhife here, back at you with another broadcast cam. This is number 3. 1 and 2 already out. In case you missed it, link is in the description. In case you want to revisit it, guess what? The link is still in the description. Now, this was something that I put together maybe about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. This is footage, one of the many footage that I've been capturing since I made that first video after Super Bowl Sunday, and I wanted to basically solidify that this is something that it's not just something overnight, something I can get used to. I mean, the learning curve on this particular view is pretty high, maybe about a week, maybe 2 weeks to really feel good with it. And that's me, at my time, maybe you guys might have a little bit shorter time because a lot of you guys have a little more free time. I've got other responsibilities that keep me away from, just staying on the sticks. But for the most part, it was definitely a change that needed to get used to. Now, for example, if, let's say you had a habit or what have you, the case may be, you're excited about trying to change your habit, but the process of changing your habit, is definitely going to be very difficult. And that's kind of how I would put, switching over from the Madden cam to this broadcast cam. Now, it won't be for everyone. This is a camera angle that I think, you really have to want to play football within football boundaries and regulations. Okay, what you see, unfortunately, in my opinion, the Madden cam arms you with too many liberties, allowing you to strike, so to speak, at any particular time. I look at Madden as a vehicle to dominate the computer or your opponent. I don't really look at it as football. I think it's more of a display, a showcasing of how bad you can beat the computer and how many big plays you can rack up and stats and everything like that. Whereas for me, I don't want that, and that's why I never really enjoyed Madden, because I never really felt that it respected the boundaries of what I know to be football. And so therefore this style right here, because it has restrictions on those liberties, that's one of the things that was really appealing to me and why I was determined to play this. Now, if you're okay with the ability to play within or outside of the boundaries, or whatever the case may be, yeah, this may not be for you. If you like that ability, if you're down and you want to be able to come back as fast as possible, then this might not be for you. But if you want this challenge of putting together a drive, as you see right here, and methodically strategically playing chess with the other player, whether it be the computer or whether it be another person, this might be something you want to consider, and you might want to put a little time and effort into this game. Into this view. I look at it like this: the restriction, how I handle the restriction, and let me say this: this camera angle is flawed. There are some things that could be improved. In my next video, I'm going to point out some of my suggestions, some of the pros and cons that I feel this camera provides, and that way you can fully understand how I'm viewing this, because as of right now, this camera angle is really the way I'm playing Madden. It's just the way I'm playing Madden, because as you can see, it's a very good looking way of showcasing this game. And that doesn't say, like I said in other videos, that's not to say that there's all of those gameplay issues are still abolished or anything like that. It's just showing you just see it in a different light, where it's not as frustrating and it's not as blatant. A lot of people do videos that because it's so blatantly in your face, because you have the vision to see everything, so therefore it really pisses you off. You know what I mean? And football doesn't look like it's being expressed. But in this particular view, I feel like football is being expressed. Now, I want to talk to you real quick, a little tutorial on the deep ball, because there are some people that have some concerns about the deep ball. And I can understand that. After playing the Madden cam, you have the ability to look downfield. Like I said, you're armed with all of these liberties, and you know, at any point in time you want to be able to strike. Well, here's something to think about. The NFL, when you look at the NFL as a whole, I looked at statistics. I'll put the link in the description from ESPN. I looked at the top, you know, I looked at the passing stats for the 2014-15 season, and I think the top teams were Dallas, like Washington or Green Bay, something like that. They were in the top. I don't know who was, but I think Dallas was at the top when I actually sorted by yards per pass. And if you notice here in this particular view, you can see down about 15 yards. Guess what the yards per pass for the top passing team in the league was? It was the top. It was the team that had the most yards per pass, and it was Dallas. I know that for certain. And it was like 8.8 or something like that. I'm not looking at it right now, but it was like 8. It was no more than 8.8. This is the top ranked, you know, team in that category, but yet their passing is about, you know, 8 something. Now, obviously that's an average, but what I'm trying to express here is the fact that when you're playing football, or when you want to stay within the boundaries of football, that's what this does for you. This allows you, this eliminates a lot of temptation to bomb the ball down the field. As you can see, like my intro, there's 2 attempts. I say, is this Madden to you? And I show another one, is this Madden to you? These are big bombs. These are those big highlight moments. These are those big, you know, the very things that people say Madden is cheesy. You know, you have that ability to do it anytime. In this one, it takes out the cheese. Now, here's the other thing. If you notice, I always put up the play art. I put up the play art simply because it allows me to know what all my receivers are going to be doing with the defense on the field. Okay, now I'm sure you guys do that even in the other camera angle as well, but think about it. Here's the difference. In the other camera angle, you really don't have to really focus so much. You just know, this is my play, I know what's going to happen. You have the vision. If it doesn't work out, you can see what's going on and you can compensate, because you have that vision. They've given you that advantage. In this view, I have to actually like try to pre-calculate and almost predetermine what I'm gonna do in situation. Okay, receiver 1's not there, receiver 2's not there, receiver 3's not there. The whole point of passing in this view is to throw, to get as much yardage to the receiver that you can count on, to the receiver that you think is open. I mean, not think is open, you know is open. Now, if there's a guy that's going on a streak and you're not sure what he's doing, why would you throw it? If you're a real NFL player, would you throw to a receiver not knowing if he's open? If you are, you're a Madden player. If you don't, you're probably a football player. Or you're probably somebody that understands and respects the realm of what football logic has to offer. Here's the thing. I'm gonna leave you with one last analogy. If a person had their sight and then they lost their sight in some freak accident or whatever, what happens to that person? Well, I'll tell you. What happens to that person is all of their other senses, their touch, their taste, their hearing, their smell, all those other senses get enhanced. That's what happens in this view. Your football IQ gets enhanced. Your strategy gets enhanced. Your ability to play football gets enhanced. This is why I enjoy this view. I'm glad that you guys had a chance to take a look at this. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next.